don't get on an airplane piloted by somebody who's never flown.
How well do you have to finish to stay?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on where the cluster is. I mean, it could be that there are 4 or 5 people that come out of here. There could be 6, or it could be 1 or 2. We don't know.
Governor Huckabee.
Well, I think it's an important thing to say. Look, for the veterans. I got nothing else going on the other side tonight, so let's go over there and support the veterans.
Does it concern you at all that they haven't said which veterans groups are going to benefit?
Look, there's no doubt in my mind. I don't think anybody's going to accuse Donald Trump of pocketing the money. There's one guy in America that doesn't need it. He doesn't need the dough, so I'm confident he's going to do it. And you know, frankly, I'm going because I'm supporting them, and I'll leave it up to to him to determine which veterans groups gets it. I'm sure.
Governor Huckabee, your message 8 years ago doesn't seem to be grabbing hold. You've traveled the state.
How do you know that?
You've traveled the state. You talk to a lot of people, and you speak from your heart.
Yeah.
You pull a lot of emotions out of the people who are struggling in this state. Mm-hmm. Why has your message not grabbed hold?
Well, why don't you give me on Fox News, and I love Fox, but you give me as much helium in my balloon as you've given Donald Trump over the last year, I'd be leading in the polls. So, you know, I can't help how much attention my message is getting. All I can do is deliver it consistently, and that's what I have done. And I've delivered it consistently, whether I'm on Bill Maher's show or whether I'm on with Jon Stewart on The Daily Show or Stephen Colbert. I don't say something different, but it's just that because I don't say something different and pitch to an audience, and I don't go get the big corporate cash out of New York, and I don't rake it in from Goldman Sachs and Citibank and billionaires, look, I don't have the same kind of money to blow it up, and I've got to depend on a media that presents it all fairly. And quite frankly, I haven't always had the same amount of airtime, and that makes it difficult to get that message out there.
You talk about poor people unable to get out
Absolutely.
of that hole.
Yeah.
And so how do you look them in the eye, the poor people of this state, of this country,
Yeah.
and say the end of the entitlements are over?
Well, it's not about ending the entitlements. And look, the worst thing you could do to a single mom who's trying to take care of her kids is take the food off their table. For God's sake, that's not what we're suggesting. What I'm suggesting is that rather than have this arbitrary threshold that once they cross it, they lose everything, give them an incentive to work. And as they work, you stair-step them into independence. They keep benefits that are commensurate with a better opportunity. That's how you fix it. And one thing we've got to do, if we want smaller government, we need bigger-hearted people giving generously through their churches and charities. The government does a lousy job of resolving poverty issues. And that's not the job of government to be a charity. It's the job of the churches. And I challenge churches in America. Everybody says, I love Jesus. Well, then give generously and help the poor, the widows, and the orphans, because that's how we solve these issues.
Last question, your strategy.
Between now and Monday, what